Hi guys, Daphne here, and something pretty cool happened a little bit ago. I reached 1,000 read books on Goodreads. So that's not the total number of books that are on there, like with to read and everything. So currently I have 1,273 books actually on Goodreads. However, I've read 1,000 of them, which that's a lot of books. In celebration of that, I've decided to do the Goodreads tag, and this has been around for quite a while. I wasn't tagged by anybody, obviously. But without further ado, let's get on with the tag. The first question is, what is the last book that you marked as read on Goodreads? So the last book that I marked as read is The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness, which is the first book in the Chaos Walking series, and it was really great. I almost started crying in the middle of English because of things that happened at the beginning, and that cliffhanger is killing me. And the second one is coming in from the library, so I will read it soon. Second question is, what are you currently reading? So I start a lot of books, and then I read them in a weird order. So according to Goodreads, I am reading Hamlet, which I am for school. The Short and Tragic Life of Robert Peace by Jeff Hobbs, which I am for a book club at school. Winter by Marissa Meyer. Secrets of Deercliff Grange School by Kim Newman. And Words of Radiance by Brand Sanderson. I'm halfway through Words of Radiance, and I'm going to have to reread the first half again, because it's been a few months, and that book's complicated, and I don't remember what happened. And so really, I think I'm just reading Winter. Also, the library wants it back because I'm taking too long. Third question is, what was the last book that you marked as to read? And the last book that I marked as to read was The Cursed Child. As in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. As in the book that Goodreads has marked as the 8th Harry Potter book. As in the book that is a script of the play that is happening in London. And I'm not sure how I feel about this yet, because part of me wants it to be a book, but part of me's like, oh my goodness, we're getting new material from J.K. Rowling. And so I'm kind of like, oh, that's a touchy subject. The fourth question is, what book are you planning on reading next? I don't know. I'm gonna decide that tomorrow, or tonight, or whenever I start a next book. The fifth question is, do you use the star rating system? Yes, I do, a lot. But I've looked back on past things that I have rated like 4 stars, and I'm like, wow, I remember that I really liked that book. Why did I not give it 5? So it's a little wonky, but oh well. What's consistency? I don't need consistency in ratings. What? Question 6 is, do you have a challenge set for 2016? Nope. I've never done a challenge. And I've been on Goodreads since August of 2012. When I was like 13, but I've never done a challenge. I just feel like that's a little bit too much pressure on how many books that I read. I read like 100 books a year, and if I didn't reach that 100 mark for books, I would be really stressed, because I felt like I wouldn't be living up to past me's expectations reading-wise, so I'm not gonna do that. Question 7 is, do you have a wish list? I don't even know there were wish lists on Goodreads. I guess there are, but no. And the only place I really have like a wish list type thing is the hold section, the library, because that's where I get most of my book. Question 8 is, what book do you plan on buying next? Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, of course, because it's gonna come out pretty soon, I think, and I'm super excited because I miss the characters so much. The next question is, what are your favorite quotes? So the first one I have is from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and it's Ron Weasley. But why does she have to go to the library? Because that's what Hermione does, said Ron, shrugging. When in doubt, go to the library. And I actually have a t-shirt with that on it because I just think it's such a fantastic quote and it really just captures Hermione. The next one I have marked is like 2 pages long on here, so I'm not going to read the whole thing, but just know that it is my favorite like confession of love from any book that I've ever read, and it is by Seneth, the character from Mystic and Writer by Sharon Shin, and I don't know if any of you guys know who that author is, but the books are fantastic. She's saying it to Tace. They're adorable. The next one is a Harry Potter passage from Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. His hand closed automatically around the fake Horcrux, but in spite of everything, in spite of the dark and twisting path he saw stretching ahead for himself, in spite of the final meeting with Voldemort he knew must come, whether in a year or 10, he felt his heart lift at the thought that there was still one last golden day of peace to enjoy with Ron and Hermione. I just think that one's just so sweet. Their friendship. I love them. This is sort of towards the end of Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell between Kath and Ren. I can't believe it's really over, she whispered. Don't be so melodramatic, Kath, Ren laughed hoarsely. It's never over. It's Simon. And the last one is from Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Leary Signs. Sorry if I butchered that. Words are different when they lived inside of you. So those are my favorite quotes, as of right now. I'm sure there are more, just haven't marked them down yet. Question 10 is, who are your favorite authors? I'm just going to list them off because there are a lot of them. So J.K. Rowling, Cassandra Clare, Rainbow Rowell, Stephanie Perkins, Patrick Rothfuss, Sandra Williams-Chima, Orson Scott Card, Tamora Pierce, Elizabeth Wayne, Veronica Roth, and Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Probably are more, but those are the ones that I could think of. And question 11, are you part of any Goodreads groups? Not really. I used to be part of more, and then just not really active in any groups right now. Question 12. This is the final question. What could Goodreads do better? I need half stars. Please, I need half stars. The rating system will be complete if I have half stars. So that is it. This is a really fun tag to do, and that's about it. So I'll see you guys later. Bye! The 5th question is, do you use the star rating system? And I said that very slowly because it took me a really long words. I forgot what I was gonna say.